Start with this week's vlog. I just want to thank everybody for the well wishes for winning my dad's memorial race a few days ago. I didn't realise what a big deal it was actually until all the comments and everything come through. But I suppose there's not a great deal of people have a chance to or ever get near winning their own families' memorials. It always seems like it's not meant to be, and that's how it felt for us. But everything did just click into place on Saturday, and I really do appreciate the kind words, and it means a lot to our family and obviously to myself, especially being my dad. And to get that one, it's probably one of the biggest wins I can win, in fairness, doing it for him. So yeah, thank you very much. So it's about a week after my ordinal, and first impressions was good night, got a job done for my dad's memorial, which meant a lot to us as a family and team. And yeah, really nice to get my name on that one. Not a lot of people manage to ever do things like that when they mean the most to them, so I feel really thankful and privileged to have got my name on that one. And then moving on now, we start the British prep for Bradford on the 29th of June, which is obviously we've been flying on shale at the moment, so obviously we want to have a serious crack at that this year. I've not been to Bradford since last October, but obviously it's a long way, but we want to give it our best shot this time and make sure we're tip top. So obviously we're going to get the car washed now and then go through a few bits. We've already been looking around it, and there's a couple of jobs which desperately need doing, which for wear and tear and things which are not firm or failing on us, which I'll run you through now. You can quite see on this video, but the spring is gone, this outside spring is gone very sloppy on the back, and it started bending the wrong way, and it's not long off possibly failing on us, so we need to replace a spring on this outside before next week. You can start to see it starting to bow. So obviously that's not going to go too much longer. And also we've got a bit of a leaky diff, which is a front seal where the pinion goes through, so obviously we're going to have to replace a seal as well. And we'll get that done, and then we've got to change the gears as usual. Bradford, we gear it up a bit for that place, so big wide bend, so we need to gear up. And then bar that, it's just general nut and bolt check and make sure everything's in order, which fingers crossed we won't find any more things, and we'll be able to go through it nice and proper. So we'll keep you updated. That's the gears all changed, and then just for Roy, we're going to prove we're just changing oil and being good citizens to the engine.
This is where it goes everywhere. One drain plug.
The bung for this is in the worst place possible.
Well, looks and smells alright. Still first man.
Go in the mower then. Go in the mower with Philip's mower.
Do an oil change in your truck now, Jolly.
Yeah. Right, leave that, let that drain, and then that'll be the next job when we have another night. So that's the oil all drained out, bung back in. Now we've just got to fill it up and change the filter. This engine holds typically about 6 to 7 litres. Obviously try and get as near as we can, and then we'll level it off and check it. That'll do for now. It's got about 5.5 litres in it. Next job's obviously get the filter off, which could be good, lucky, could be not so good. We don't know. We'll see. See how well it comes off. Try and get you under there so you can sort of see what's happening. There might be a few depletive swear words on it. If it doesn't behave. Hopefully it'll behave. Oh, if it doesn't behave, yeah, she's coming. Just get that loose. Now we can focus on getting the other filter filled up. Now, if you're wondering why we fill the new filter up, because if you don't fill the filter and then just bolt it straight to the car, the pump will suck a load of air and straight away you'll lose oil pressure, which then it's dizzy out, prime the oil pump, and then you've just got a heap of work you don't really need. So it's always best to fill your dizzy straight up. Not your dizzy, sorry, your oil filter straight up, and then you could yeah, saves you a lot of hassle in the long run. It's surprising how much oil one of these oil filters holds as well. You think it's full and then it somehow puts it somewhere, keeps soaking it in. Like I said, if you don't do this, you just bolt your filter straight on, it's just pretty much certainly going to lose oil pressure, and then you've got to take the dizzy all out and prime the pump again through the dizzy drive to make it pick oil pressure up. But if you don't know what you're doing, it can soon cause a lot of unnecessary engine damage as well, which no doubt over the years a few have paid a price for that as well, so you've just got to make sure you do it properly really. Something really simple, but obviously if you don't know, it's something you learn over the years. Right, with a bit of luck, this should go straight on, which it has. As I said, it's a bit messy, this job, so I recommend having plenty of rag. Plenty of rag, plenty of everything really. Oh, because that really isn't a pleasant job when you're trying to do it. They don't want to be mega tight either, just tight. So you know they're not going to come off. Hand tight, but sort of good hand tight, because the rubber seal will always keep them locked anyway. And that is it. If you can see, new filter, fresh oil. Got to give it a quick run now, make sure she picks oil pressure up, and if she does, that's job complete. Hold up. Just put the Yep, that's got good oil pressure, so yeah, that's worked. As I said, fill the filter straight on, 9 times out of 10 you won't have any problems. Right, it's Thursday the 18th of June, or 19th of June, Thursday evening. I think it's about 7 o'clock actually, 8 o'clock, something like that. Yeah, we're still making steady progress on the car. We've just titivating now really, going through a few things for British. As you can see, the back spring's off. We've got a new one made now, which is Just got to say a big shout out to Craig Driscoll at Premier Motorsport Developments. His base is only just around the corner from where we work actually, so it's quite handy, and he's drilled this new spring. He sorted his spring for us, drilled the holes because they're an absolute bugger to get through, so obviously he sorted that for us. We've just got to make a bush now for the back end and then buy it on a car. This is the old one. It's just obviously lost its strength a bit, gone a bit spongy, so obviously we're going to put a different one on, one which is new but old new, if that makes sense. Very old. So yeah, we'll just going to do that tonight and do a few other little jobs. And yeah, be another one ticked off a list. So whilst on a list of helpers, just had a nice haircut. Look, thanks to Shannon Lewis Hair, my better half. She's took the mop off, as they say, and yeah, she's done me more of a summer finish this time, a bit more sleeker. So that's got to be worth another tenth on Bradford next weekend for sure. Just gonna make a sleeve now for the back bush on the spring, just so we can put our size bolt in it. Just got to polish it up a bit and cut it down, and yeah, good to go. Funnily enough, I've got most stuff in this shed, but obviously it's everywhere. Typical jolly setup, and yeah, can't find half it half time. We need to clear up, so yeah. Right, there we go, both end bushes slotted into a spring nice. As I said, it's a bit rough for a middle, so we've had to make two end bushes rather than one right through, but it'll work just the same. We're just going to get this cleaned up a bit now and paint it, and then it's ready to fit. So tonight a few people asked me why hasn't Brisca been on a channel for a while. Well, he's back again tonight. Look, here he is. Gets a bit camera shy when you stick a camera in his face, don't you, mate? Throws on the spot, look. Doesn't know what to do. But yeah, he's back on the channel, folks. So yeah, you can rest easy. You've got your Brisca content. Hey, Brisca. Just before we go as well, I thought I'd just give you a bit of an interesting dynamic. So when it's a big meeting, either British, Euro or World, or I think national points, the top 3, I think it is, could be 4 this year, all have to have their engine sealed for checks at the end of the season or whenever you get your engine rebuilt. And to do that, you have to have 3 bolts, which are the main components of the engine, ready to put seals through. And I just thought I'd share that because it's interesting. So if you can see there, you've got one there on your inlet manifold on the top where the carbs bolt to. You've got one there where seal goes through. You've got another one on your water pump, which I believe is, you might just see it on camera there, look, a little hole through there on this one here. And then if you come underneath the cart here as well, again, this is a bit this is a bit harder to see, this one, but it is done on one of the main head bolts where it bolts to the block. You've got a hole there. So yeah, you need 3 bolts with holes through which seal it all together, and the seal's all wrapped together in there, which they do on post-race checks on a night. And then obviously that stops you tampering with the engine before it gets checked properly at the end of the season. So yeah, just an interesting little thing I thought I'd share with you there. Right, I think that'll do for tonight. We've had a long night here, to be fair. It's Thursday, it's quite late now, and we've got a fair bit done, to be fair. We've cleaned all the air filters and carbs out, fully clean. It was a bit mucky. We've looked at sealing a diff, but that wasn't done on camera because I forgot to set it up, to be fair. Just got on with it. But yeah, that's hopefully sorted that out now. So yeah, that shouldn't give us any grief. What else we done tonight? We made the shims for the new spring in the back, and got all them to fit in now, and painted a spring. That's all ready to fit. Yeah, done a few other bits and pieces, put floor back in, tightened a few nuts and bolts up which needed a bit of a check. So yeah, we've as I said, we can't record every single thing we do because obviously it's just too much of a ball ache moving the cameras about all the time, and to be fair, subconsciously you sometimes forget to do it. But we get all the main stuff on here. As I said, we will do a proper nut and bolt check next week when we've got a bit more done. We're getting there now. We just want to think all we've got left to do now. We've got a new bit of fuel line to fit from the fuel filter down to one of the carb intakes. It's looking a bit like it could do with being replaced. We've got that to do next week. Obviously fit the spring on, or we'll say next week whenever we're here next. Fit the spring on, back on the back, give it a better wash really, because it's only a quick wash to get on with the work. Give it a soap wash and everything. Hoover the cab out, that's always important, so we've not got loads of crap around us when we're racing. I prefer to hoover rather than wash and turn it all to paste. And that's it really. I think, as I said, nut and bolt check. As I said, oil's been changed, filter's been done, carbs are clean. There's only really so much you can check for a big race, and then really it's just all superficial stuff then. So we'd like to say we're as prepared as anybody. So yeah, we'll see you next time we're here.